everyone, Kelly here. This is my channel, Kel's Stitches, where I talk about my addiction with cross stitching. If you're a returning viewer, I'd like to thank you for coming back and joining me once again. And if you're a new viewer, welcome, and I hope you enjoy what you see. Today is Monday, March 28th, 2022, and this is Flosstube number 2. Now, what's been happening with me this week? Not a lot. I've been working a fair bit, had Thursday off, worked a double shift on Saturday because we had a wedding that we had to cater for. Other than that, yeah, pretty much work, more work. It's a bit cold and wet and rainy here today. We have another low pressure system coming down from the Queensland coast with a fair bit of rain, so we could be looking at another flood 3 or 4 weeks after the first one. It's not probably the best scenario, but then it's not unusual for us to get 2 floods in a year either. So today on my channel I will be talking about or showing you my previous finishes, my previous finished projects. So let's get into it. The first one is called Spirit of the Eagle, and it's a dimensions. It was a dimensions chart that I found online back when I first got back into cross stitching in 2015. Now, I'd done this one twice. I'd done one for the mother-in-law, and I liked it so much that I'd done another one for myself. So all of these little knobs here are all French knots, and as you can see, I haven't framed it or fully finished it. So I finished this in 2015, and that is on hand-dyed navy 14 count Aida. My next one is, let's see which one, Cattle Crossing by Country Threads. It is done on 14 count Aida. Now this one and the next one, they came as a pair in the charts. Once again, I found them online. These ones are the first that I've done when I got back into cross stitching. So this is Cattle Crossing. Sorry if you heard my stallion calling out then. The partner's gone out to feed him, so he's whinging like a girl because he's hungry. My next one is called the Stockman. Again, a Country Threads pattern. That one, the Cattle Crossing, was done on 14 count Aida and finished in 2015. This one is also 14 count Aida, called the Stockman. Sorry about the creases, but I've just got them folded up in a cherry box that my mum gave me. And I thought it was a good thing to put everything in. So that is the Stockman. Now this next one is my absolute, well, it's my very first full coverage. It is an Artisy, and this is the one that when I seen it, I just couldn't stop thinking about it. So of course I had to get it, had to do it. This one is done on 14 count Aida. It's called Howling Wolf. It is by Artisy, as I said. I started it on the 15th of the 12th, 2015. Finished it on the 17th of the 5th, 2016. So it took me about 6 months to do. So that is Howling Wolf, and it is, I absolutely love this piece. It is still one of my very, very favorites. It's gorgeous with all the colors, the wolf, the rocks. The details in those rocks are absolutely, it's amazing. Oops. All right, so the next one is one that my mother-in-law gave me, a pattern that my mother-in-law gave me for Christmas one year. Now, I think she purchased this on eBay. It is called Indian Family. It's on 14 count Ada. A lot of my very first pieces were all done on 14 count Ada because that's all I could get in my local Spotlight store, and I wasn't really savvy with buying online or anything, so 14 count Ada it was. This was started on the 19th of the 5th. Sorry, I don't know if you can see that. And okay, so yeah, it was started on the 19th of the 5th, 2016, finished on the 27th of the 2nd, 2017. Now, I'm sorry if that is not in the best position, but yeah, as you can see, it is a fairly large piece. It took me a little bit. Sorry, I'm just going to move you so we can see a little bit better. Sorry if that made anyone sick. Okay, so the next one. Oh, sorry, got to get this one. I've done this one for my niece for her wedding as a wedding present. Hope it. Here we go. So I no longer actually have it in person, so I will just show you a photo of it. Again, it is an Artisy piece and it's called Turtle Voyage. Started on the 3rd of the 3rd, 2017, finished on the 4th of the 11th, 2017. This was also back when I was a one project stitcher. So this is it. Oh. Sorry for the glare, but yes, that is it. I sent it up to them, rolled up, wrapped in cardboard. I allowed them to choose their own framing and stuff like that because I didn't know what their decor in their house was, and they chose a really nice grey or white driftwood type of frame, and they've got it in their hallway, and apparently everyone comments on it as they walk through because they think it's more like a painting than what it is a cross stitch. So I'm pretty pleased that they were happy with that one. All right, the next one is also an Artisy. As I said, I absolutely love Artisy patterns, and they just stitch up so well, so quickly. Patterns are easy to read. They are compatible with PK, but these were all done back before I had Pattern Keeper. Now, this one is called Passing Through. It's done on 16 count Ada. Started on the 6th of the 11th, 2017. Finished on the 8th of the 5th, 2018. Now, I did do this one for a niece for her 21st. She absolutely loves giraffes, so I did do it for her. I haven't given it to her yet. Bit of a slack auntie that I am, but I will. She'll get it one day, I'm sure. But yeah, these that is that one, and I'm pretty sure most of these patterns are still available on the Artisy website. And speaking of Artisy, they are currently having a 20% off patterns PDF sale. It started on the 15th of March and runs through till the 30th of April. So if anyone wants to go and check them out, go and have a look, grab yourself some really good patterns. They've got all range of sizes from minis, bookmarks, minis, crops, mediums, and extra large. And as I said, I absolutely love Artisy. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that in this video, but just to get my point across. Okay, so I've got some notes here, so I'm sorry if I keep looking away. Next one is called Horse Christmas Tree, also an Artisy. It only took me 5 days to stitch. And no, this one isn't a full coverage. And I done this one in metallics. Can't remember the exact number of the DMC, but yeah, done it in metallics. You'll also find that I have a bit of a theme with my cross stitches. It's all animals, mainly horses, wolves, and I really love Native American stuff. So that's what most of my cross stitching is. This one also took me about 10 days, this one. This one's done on 16 count navy Ada that I hand dyed myself. It's an Artisy pattern called Horse Christmas Tree 2, also done in metallics. This is just the silver metallic though. A quick easy stitch up very easily. There's a lot of variations of them out there and everyone looks beautiful. Next one is something a bit different. This is my only fully finished object, or FFO. It is called Purple Horse Dreams, and it's by Cross Stitch for Everyone. I started it on the 10th of May 2018, finished it on the 29th of June 2018. So it only took me over just a month and a half, 6 weeks or something like that to stitch. It was a test stitch for Missy. So she gave me the pattern for nothing and I test stitched it. So this is it. And as you can see, I made it into a pillow. Sorry if you can see the yellowness on it. The son likes to use it as a pillow, even though I've told him time and time again not to, but what can you do with teenage boys? So yeah, this one, looking at it now, I really think that some of this could have been done in Krynic or Etoile, just to give it that little bit of a shimmer. But yeah, it is a really nice pattern. And it's not full coverage. All the horse and everything is stitched. But yeah, everything else around it's not. So I just done it with a grey on the back. Next one, I don't have this one either because I done this one for my niece for her little boy when they had their son, and I made it into a stocking. This is before I made it into a stocking. Called it's an Artisy. It's called Santa's Hair Stocking. Now it took me just, and it's done on 16 count Ada. It is, I started it on 8th of the 7th, 2019 and finished it on the 30th of the 9th, 2019. And yeah, I did eventually, okay, I lied. This is my second fully finished object. I made this one into a stocking, but I don't actually have a photo of it. I think there might be a photo of it on my Instagram, which is Kels_stitches. So if you wanted to have a look for the finished object, it may be on there. All right. My next one, once again, is an Odyssey. And it is called, Horses Running. So, yet again, another one of my favorites. I started it on the 30th of the 6th, 2018, finished it on the 12th of the 3rd, 2019 on 16 count Ada. Don't know if I will ever get these framed or fully finished, but I just like having them. I take them out of the box every now and then to, sorry, just threw the pillow across the room to get out of my road. What was I saying? Oh, don't know if I'll ever fully finish. or frame any of them. I just like having them in the box, and I take them out every now and then to have a look at them. Next one is called Sacred Connections. It is by Charting Creations. Now this is pretty big, so I may have to get up and move behind the couch so you can get it all in. 16 count Ada, started on the 15th of the 3rd, 2019, finished on the 15th of the 12th, 2020. I did have a few breaks at this, doing the stocking and little things like that in between. Oops, upside down. So I was considering making this into a wall hanging. Give me 2 seconds, I'll move behind the couch. Okay, there we go. As you can see, it is pretty big. So it is nearly 1 meter wide by 1/2 meter deep. And it is just, I love it. As I said, I am considering making it into a wall hanging. I just got to find some nice fabric to go around it. Sorry, there we go. Charting Creations, Sacred Connections. Next one. Sorry, got distracted trying to find my place on my notes here. Artisy. Once again. This one is called Two Paints. Done on 16 count Ada. Once again, as I said, you will see a theme with all of my patterns, projects. Now, this one was started on the 16th of the 12th, 2020, and I finished it on the 6th, 5th, 21. Oh yeah, I have washed this one. I think there's a few in the box that I haven't got around to washing, so. Alright, nearly done, guys. I think there's only one left. And then I'll show you a little bit of haul. Once again, surprise, surprise, it is an Artisy called Dream of the Wolf Maiden. Done on 16 count Ada. I started it on the 8th of the 5th, 21, and finished it on 26th of the 9th, 21. So this one actually only took me just over 4 months to do. Now, there is another one that I've got that I want to make a companion piece to this that I may get framed together by the same artist. So, yeah. So that's all my finished projects. I will show you a little bit of haul. I'll tell you about a little bit of haul that I've got in the last week. I did buy some patterns off Etsy by a Ukrainian designer. Let me just find them for you. So I got these ones. They came in, you can buy them separately, but they came in a set of 3. They've only got, this bottom one down here only has 5 colours in it. All your teals and everything. The colours blowing a little bit out on here, but and these ones only have like 8 colours or anything with a little bit of red and stuff in them. So yeah, bought those ones, and then I got, oh, come on phone, play nice. Sorry, a little bit technologically challenged at times. I've got this one, which is the wolf. I'm trying to stop the glare from my light on it. Nope. That might be a bit better. So yeah, these are all only small ones, so they're not going to take me very long to do. I think most of them measure about 8 by 8 inches once they're done. And as you can see, she's finished them off in a round frame. So they might be nice to hang up all together. And this is the other one. So I bought 5 off her. I think the store name is 2x2 Stitch Art. And yes, she's a Ukrainian designer on Etsy. There's a few others on there that I've spotted that I think won't be long before I will be buying those as well. Now, I was thinking, especially with these ones, all the white there is, oops, sorry, B5200. But I'm thinking with this one especially, with this one, I'm thinking that I'll do the mountains, the trees, and the moon, and all the stars and everything. I think I'm going to do that with Etoile, just to give it a little bit of a sparkle. Okay, and then, as I mentioned earlier, Artisy is having a 20% off PDF sale, so I thought I would make use of that. Still can't turn my phone off. Throw it over there, do it later. So I bought 4 patterns. This first one I'll probably be starting shortly. My niece is having another baby, the one that I've done the turtle voyage for, and the one that I've done the stocking for. They're having another one, having another baby, a little girl this time, so I thought I'd do her a stocking as well. So this one is called Santa at the Door stocking and is right facing. So I might start this one soon. The baby's due in August, and if I start it now with my other projects happening, I might have it done in time for her first Christmas. Now I'll finish it like I finished the other one. I'll add a little bit up to the top and I'll put her name into it and finish it off. Next pattern is called Storytelling Triptych 1. There is 2 more patterns to go with this, but I just bought this one first. You never know, by the end of April I may have gone and bought the other 2 anyway. Alright, the next one is called Solitary Hunter. Now I am getting away from my usual of horses and wolves with this, but big cats are another one of my favorites, especially panthers, tigers. I had the pleasure of up at Dreamworld being able to pat a tiger. Loved it. All I wanted to do was give him a big cuddle, but I don't think that was going to go down too well. Next one's called High Intensity. I think Darren was gifted, Dizzy Stitcher was gifted this one. Looks absolutely gorgeous. Might have to hit him up for a challenge when he gets around to starting it. Now, I did get some fabric in, not very interesting. I got 2 meters of 16 count Aida and 2 meters of 18 count Aida. I also bought a meter of 28 count. Way too small for my eyes, so I bought this for 2 lovely ladies on one of my cross-stitching groups, and I hand dyed it for them. Hand dyed it turquoise. So hopefully that's showing you a correct colour. So I will be sending this off to them in the next week or so when I've got a day off from work. So plans. Next video, which I think I'll shoot next Monday, I'll do a whip update with my projects. By then, Fox and Rabbit should have had their April release out, so I should hopefully start on that. I am considering starting another project to bring me up to 5, and with the stocking that'll be 6, because with the sampler some months there's not a lot of stitching to be done, and I get it done in the first week and then I'm doing the other 3. So I thought if I throw a couple more in there, you might have a bit more variation. My rotation is I do 3 days on each project, and if they really catch my attention, I may do an extra day or 2, or if I've had a low stitch count around the 100 or 200 stitches, I may throw in an extra day there just to get a little bit more progress on them. Alright, so I think that is all for this week, guys. As I said earlier, if you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back and joining me again. If you're a new viewer, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, guys, I'll let you know what's going on with the weather, if it goes away or if we end up with another flood next week. So thanks for tuning in. See you all next video. Bye.